There are 3 pickup trucks sitting on used car lots right now that salespeople are practically begging people to test drive, and every mechanic I know is quietly scooping them up for pennies on the dollar. These are not project trucks. These are not compromises that are just good enough for the price. I am talking about pickups that will run 250,000 miles with nothing but oil changes, brake pads, and the occasional set of tires, selling for thousands less than they should because of one incredibly stupid reason. Truck guys do not think they are real trucks. After 22 years of turning wrenches, I have watched people overpay for Tacomas and F-150s, while these 3 just sit there collecting dust, waiting for someone smart enough to look past the badge. And truck number 1, that one, has been my go-to recommendation for the last 4 years. I have personally put more than a dozen customers into them, and not a single one has come back with a major repair. Not one. Today I am counting down my 3 most underrated used pickup trucks on the market, the ones that offer Tacoma-level reliability at Hyundai-level prices. I am going deepest on number 1 because that is the truck that will completely change how you shop for a pickup. Let's get into it. Number 1, the Hyundai Santa Cruz. Number 3 is a truck that most people do not even know exists, and the ones who do know about it usually laugh it off. That right there is exactly why you can pick one up right now for $8,000 to $10,000 less than a comparable Tacoma, and you will be laughing all the way to 200,000 miles. So, I had a customer about 8 months ago, a guy in his mid-30s who does property management. He needed a pickup for hauling supplies, running to job sites, and, just daily commuting. He came in asking me to inspect a 2021 Toyota Tacoma SR5 he found online. 74,000 miles. Dealer wanted $29,500. I looked at the listing, checked the service history, and told him straight, you are about to spend 30 grand on a truck with a transmission that hunts for gears and gets 19 miles per gallon in the real world. He asked me what I would buy instead. I pulled up my phone and showed him a 2022 Hyundai Santa Cruz SEL Premium with the 2.5-liter turbo, 31,000 miles for $23,800, more horsepower, better fuel economy, a nicer interior, and $5,700 less. He bought it. That was 8 months ago. You know what he has spent on repairs? Zero. Not a single dollar beyond the first oil change. Here is what nobody tells you about the Santa Cruz. It is built on the same platform as the Hyundai Tucson, which is one of the most reliable crossovers in America right now. The base 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder makes 191 horsepower and is paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission that is smooth, proven, and dead simple. But the one you want is the 2.5-liter turbo. That engine puts out 281 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque. For reference, that is more power than a V6 Tacoma in a truck that weighs 800 pounds less. The 8-speed dual-clutch transmission on the turbo model is the one thing people worry about, and I get it. Dual-clutch transmissions have a reputation, but Hyundai's wet dual-clutch in this application has been solid. I have not seen one fail yet. Not in the Tucson, not in the Santa Cruz. If you are risk-averse, go with the base engine and the traditional 8-speed automatic. That combination is virtually bulletproof. Now, let's talk about why this truck is rotting on lots. It is simple. Truck guys look at it and say, it is not a real truck, and they are right. It is not a body-on-frame pickup built to tow 10,000 pounds. It is a unibody construction, a 4-foot 3-inch bed, and a 5,000-pound tow rating. But here is the reality for 90% of truck buyers in America. They never tow more than 3,500 pounds. They never haul more than 1,000 pounds in the bed. They use their truck for Home Depot runs, hauling mulch twice a year, and commuting to work. The Santa Cruz does all of that better than a Tacoma. Better fuel economy at 25 combined miles per gallon with the turbo versus the Tacoma's 21. A smoother, quieter ride, a nicer interior, and a price that makes the Tacoma look like highway robbery. And here's the detail that seals it. Hyundai's powertrain warranty. Even on used vehicles, the original 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty transfers to second owners as a 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain warranty. Maintenance costs are low, too. Annual average repair costs for Hyundai vehicles run about $468 per year, which is below the industry average. The Santa Cruz shares parts with the Tucson, which means components are widely available and cheap. A brake job, all 4 wheels, runs about $340. Oil changes are straightforward with easy filter access. If you're shopping for one of these, here is the inspection checklist. First, check which engine it has. The base 2.5-liter naturally aspirated engine with the 8-speed automatic transmission is the safer long-term bet. The 2.5-liter turbo, with the dual-clutch transmission, is more fun, but slightly more complex. Both are solid, but know what you are getting. Second, test the all-wheel drive system. These use Hyundai's H-Track system, which is capable and well-proven from the Tucson platform. Third, look at the bed and the lockable underfloor trunk storage. That trunk is one of the most useful features in any pickup truck on the market. If it is full of water damage or mold, walk away. That tells you the previous owner never closed the drain plug. Fourth, check the turbo for any oil seepage around the intake piping. On the turbo models, look for any blue smoke on cold starts. If it starts clean, you are golden. Bottom line on the Santa Cruz. You are getting a turbocharged all-wheel drive pickup with Honda-level build quality, a 5-year powertrain warranty on used models, and a sticker price that makes every other mid-size truck look overpriced. The only reason this truck is cheap is because it does not look like a Tacoma, and it does not say Toyota on the tailgate. Truck culture has not caught up yet. I hope it stays that way for a little while longer so my customers can keep getting deals. But if you think the Santa Cruz is overlooked, this next truck might be the most ignored reliable mid-size pickup in America. The depreciation on these is honestly insulting to how good they are. Alright, coming in at number 2, we've got the Nissan Frontier. You know, the Frontier has some of the lowest repair costs of any mid-size truck on the road. Seriously, it's lower than the Tacoma, lower than the Colorado, lower than the Ranger, and it depreciates like it committed a crime. I've actually been tracking this for years. Every time a Frontier rolls into my shop, I almost get bored because honestly, there's just nothing to fix. Oil changes, brake pads, tires, that's the whole list. So, 2 months ago, I had a 2017 Frontier come in with 168,000 miles on it. The owner, well, he bought it brand new and drove it for 8 years straight as his work truck, landscaping, hauling equipment, just daily abuse, you know? He wanted to know what big repairs were coming up. I put it up on the lift and gave it a full inspection, checked the suspension, brakes, undercarriage, pulled the codes, and looked at the transmission fluid. And, you know what I found? The transmission fluid was still clean. The engine had 0 oil leaks, the frame had some surface rust, but nothing structural at all. I told him, hey, just keep driving it. He looked at me like I was trying to get rid of him, or something. Honestly, I get that reaction a lot with these trucks. Here's why the Frontier is honestly a mechanical gem that the market just refuses to respect. The second-generation Frontier, which ran from 2005 all the way to 2021, used the VQ40DE 4.0-liter V6. That's a naturally aspirated aluminum block engine from Nissan's legendary VQ family. It's the same engine family that powered the 350Z and the Maxima. Ward's Auto actually named the VQ engines to their 10 best engines list for 14 years in a row. In the Frontier, this engine makes 261 horsepower and 281 pound-feet of torque. No turbo to fail. No direct injection carbon buildup problems. It uses a timing chain, not a belt. It's designed to last well beyond 200,000 miles. Owners on the forums, they routinely report 250,000 to 300,000 miles with original engines and transmissions. I even saw one owner document 294,000 miles with nothing more than regular oil changes and a set of spark plugs. The 5-speed automatic transmission Nissan paired with this engine from 2005 to 2019 is, well, it's not fancy. It's not a 10-speed, it doesn't have paddle shifters or anything like that. It's a traditional torque converter automatic that Nissan refined over nearly 2 decades. It shifts smooth, it doesn't slip, it doesn't overheat under load, it just works. Starting in 2022 with the 3rd generation, Nissan upgraded to a 3.8-liter V6, making 310 horsepower with a 9-speed automatic. That combination is even better, smoother, more powerful, and more fuel efficient. Alright, so here's the summary. First up, the Hyundai Santa Cruz turbocharged engine, crossover comfort, smooth ride, and it's priced significantly less than the Tacoma. It's best for folks who want car-like driving with truck utility. Next, the Nissan Frontier from 2012 to 2021 #1 in reliability per RepairPal actually beats the Tacoma. Annual maintenance is around $470 compared to the segment average of $550. A 2018 SV V6 with 75,000 miles goes for about $16,000 to $19,000, while a Tacoma will run you $27,000 to $31,000. The proven 4.0-liter VQ40DE engine easily hits 250,000 miles or more. This one's best for owners wanting the lowest cost per mile and a no-nonsense truck. And finally, the Honda Ridgeline from 2017 to 2024. It's got the 3.5-liter J35 V6 with a timing chain and combined injection, so no carbon buildup. The unibody construction means a better ride, flat bed floor, and no squeaks. You get a unique in-bed trunk that's lockable and drainable. A 2019 RTL with 65,000 miles goes for $22,000 to $26,000 compared to a similar Tacoma at $31,000 to $36,000. Real repair costs? A starter at 195,000 miles is just $380. This one's best for daily commuters, families, and pretty much anyone wanting Honda reliability without paying the so-called Toyota tax.